Hello everybody, it's me, Megan, aka Duel Consciousness. Today is March 3rd, 2012, and I know it's been quite a while since I've done a video blog, but I said before that it usually takes something kind of big for me to decide to do one of these. So today I want to talk about, as you can see on this shirt, taking the lead, making healthy choices, Youth Conference 2012. Today was the day I'm involved in this organization called CHAP, which stands for Coalition for HIV Awareness and Prevention. And this is our 5th year putting on this youth conference, where we talk to youth from the ages of 13 to 18, some people a little younger, some a little older, as well as their parents, to tell them about HIV and AIDS, STDs, bullies, peer pressure, and just to tell the kids to take the lead in their community, take the lead in their schools, and to make healthy choices, because the choices they make today will affect their future, will affect their tomorrow. So this has been definitely a journey for all of us on this committee. It's a big program that we put together every year. Like I said, this is the 5th one. And so starting back last year in 2011, we were putting together ideas as to what we would do to impact the youth this year. And so it was meeting every month, coming up with ideas, putting together flyers, contacting different people to make today's event what it was. And just in today, you know, the entire committee getting together and meeting over at the Jubilee Center at 7:30 this morning. So I left my humble abode at 7 o'clock this morning, heading over to the Jubilee Center, getting ready for what we were going to do today. And, you know, we had a big task to take on, to be able to educate these kids about what's happening in their neighborhoods, what's happening in Lynchburg City. A lot of times people think Lynchburg City is so small that, you know, AIDS, HIV and AIDS, it's not in Lynchburg. Or they think, oh, it won't happen to me. But in all actuality, it does. It happens in Lynchburg. There are HIV cases in Lynchburg. And just, I think overall, from my viewpoint, in America, we don't talk about it much. And so it's kind of like out of sight, out of mind. But it's still something that's affecting people every single day. It's affecting the person that is infected with the disease, as well as family members, friends, and other people around them. So, you know, leaving my house today at 7, going over to the Jubilee Center, setting up sound equipment, because I was a sound engineer today. I think I know a little bit about turning a couple knobs, so I was a sound engineer today. I hosted Jeopardy. I introduced my sister, Dr. Kalila Brown-Dean, which was the keynote speaker today. And I think it was a lot of ripping and running, going back and forth, along with everyone else on the committee, to make sure things were done correctly, to make sure that, you know, we did our best job to introduce this information to the kids, and as well as the parents. And sometimes not necessarily introducing the information, but just giving a refresher to be able to answer people's questions. So, like I said, it was a lot of ripping and running, going around, taking pictures, shaking hands, talking to people, different things like that. And I'm not saying all this to say, I want people to say, oh, Megan, you did such a great job. Oh, Megan this, oh, Megan that, or whatever that's for, because that doesn't matter to me. It matters that this was all worthwhile, that everything that we did, that if just one kid, hopefully more than one, because I believe we had over 200 in attendance, but if one person can learn and take from that to make healthy choices. I think it was so great today that a team stood up and said, you know, we need to recognize that our bodies are temples, and that we need to treat our bodies as such. Even though someone else might not see my body as a temple, I'm going to treat my body as a temple. So just the fact that she's a young teenage girl, she was able to stand up in front of her peers, and she was able to take the lead and make healthy choices. She's making the healthy choice to show others that her body's a temple, and she stood up in front of at least 50, 60 other young teenage girls, leading them as to, how she's thinking, and what they need to do with their lives too. One fact that kept getting reiterated again and again is that you had to first love yourself. And I think that's the healthiest choice that anyone can make. And I also thought it was pretty cool later on at the end of the day, after running back and forth, doing sound equipment, sound checks, taking pictures and videos and running here, there, and almost everywhere. The day was done, and I was leaving the Jubilee Center, and I was talking to a youth. She's probably about 16 or 17 years old, and she said to me, "You're cool." And I had to stop, and I said, "What did you say?" And she said, "You're mad cool." So, like, that just, I was feeling kind of down. I was feeling really exhausted and tired. And she said, "You're mad cool." And that put, like, the biggest smile on my face and picked me up. I don't know, because I'm 29. That just did something for me to know that a teenager thought that I was pretty cool. So, the fact that I think we did a successful job as to reaching the youth, to reaching parents, to let them know a little something, learn a little something. One of the big things I kept saying when I was hosting my little Trebek game, Jeopardy game, is, everyone's heard the Kevin Hart, all right, all right, all right. You're going to learn something today. So that is definitely something we did today. You're going to learn something. And hopefully everyone that's watching this video, if you're in Lynchburg and if what I'm saying sounds like something you want to be part in, please inbox me. Send a message on my Facebook. Let me know if you want to be involved with CHAP, the Coalition for HIV Awareness and Prevention. One other great thing that we were able to do today, we were able to offer HIV testing to any teenager that wanted to come forth. They didn't necessarily think that they were in the at-risk community, but they wanted to come forth just to take the lead, to say, it might encourage someone else to say, I haven't been doing risky behavior, but I took the HIV test and it's not hard. They swab the inside of your mouth and you can get the results in 30 minutes or less, probably just 30 minutes. And so they took the lead in doing that. And just because it's Lynchburg doesn't mean that HIV doesn't exist. I think it's touched every part of this globe, this HIV epidemic. So if you want more information about getting HIV testing, or if you want more information about CHAP, please feel free to contact me. You can inbox me on my Facebook, or you can even visit the CHAP website, which is www.chapcva.org. Thank you so much for paying attention to this, listening to this, and knowing that on today, March 3rd, 2012, Lynchburg was changed. That some kids learned some information. They were able to listen to Dr. Brown Dean. They were able to look at skits. They were able to listen to Humble Tip, which did a fantastic job in educating the kids, admonishing the kids, encouraging them that they don't have to be like the world to be cool, because he did some pretty fly stuff and the kids were up dancing and having a good time. So we're making changes in Lynchburg. Listen up. Get interested. Be a part. And take the lead in your lives, in your community, in this world. Thanks. Thanks for listening, and have a blessed life. Peace.